Hey guys, it's Grace Amadeo back with another tech video. Now today I have here with me the Mantis Q40. Now what this is it's a Bluetooth keyboard essentially. So it's a QWERTY keyboard, laptop style keyboard, but it has a braille display and cursor routing buttons and everything. So it's a humanware device, but if you live in the US, it's sold by APH. That's just how it is. And I don't know, this is like one of the most unique ones I've seen so far, devices, and I think one of the coolest. So anyway, just a physical description. It is your standard laptop keyboard. The function keys here on the top, F4, F8, and F12, have a raised bump on them, so it's easier to find the function key, or different function keys. And then you've got your number row, and then you've got the letters and tab key and caps lock and all that good stuff. Now on the bottom, it's going to be different for any device that you connect it with. So on the bottom left, you got your left control key, and then to the right of that is FN, or function. To the right of that is, for a Windows computer, it's the Windows key. For Mac, it's the Option key. And for a Chromebook, because you can connect this to a Chromebook, although you need to use a USB. For a Chromebook, this is the Search key. That's what it does. And then after that is the left Alt key, next to this, to the left of the space bar, of course, and then to the right of the space bar. Sorry about that. To the right of the space bar is the right Alt key, and then you've got the right Control key, and then your arrow pad. And this also has thumb keys. Since it's a humanware device, it's got its signature thumb keys. You got your left navigation, left panning, and then in the middle you got a home button, and then right navigation, right panning button and right navigation button. So it's very similar to the Braille Note Touch, except it doesn't have the back button and the what's it called, the menu button that kind of sandwich the home button. Now on the left there is a charging port that is USB-C, and then below that is your power button, and below that is a port for a flash drive, and then on the back is a port for a slot for an SD card. So I'm going to put this down and we're going to turn this thing on. So when you turn it on, it'll vibrate and the spinning dot will come up until it's turned on. So I'm going to press this. And here it goes. It's a little harder, I should say, to turn on with this case. It's got a skin case, and for some reason it's a little bit squishy. So if you press this, it kind of makes you think you're pressing it, and then you just kind of have to press harder on the button. It's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Anyway. So now it's on, and it just said that my phone was connected to the display, and we're in the main menu. So the first thing on here is editor. So you can take simple notes on here, which is pretty neat. You can't do really professional documents, and you cannot do Word documents. This will only edit text files, or TXT files, I should say. So, like I said, it's only for, if you're in class or something, or at a meeting and you just want to jot down some notes. After that is your terminal. That is what you use to connect to a device, be it iOS, Mac OS, Windows, Chrome OS. So it has Bluetooth. You can connect up to 5 Bluetooth devices and 1 USB. And then below that is the library. So this also can be an e-reader. You can log on to Bookshare on here and download books on, like, from the internet. You can connect to Wi-Fi, and there's an online services feature where you log into Facebook. Did I say Facebook? I'm sorry, Bookshare. And NFB Newsline. And to read those books, you go to the library feature. File Manager, I just press down arrow, and now after that is File Manager. That's pretty self-explanatory. You can delete, copy, or open different files on here. Calculator is next. So this is just a 4-function calculator. It does not do exponents or anything like that. And pressing down arrow, I just got to the date and time. Basically a simple clock app. You can check the time, change the time. Although if you just want to check the time, there is a shortcut hotkey for that. Settings. This is where you can set your Wi-Fi. You can connect to Wi-Fi, and you can manage your Bluetooth devices. Now, you mainly manage them via the terminal, but if you want to disconnect them, you want to go to settings. And after settings is online services. Like I said, that's where you log into not Facebook, Bookshare, and NFB Newsline. And after that is the user guide, and it's basically a file of the user guide. So you don't know what to do, just go to the user guide. And after that is power off, so you can just turn it off from here. And then the cool thing is it cycles right back to the top of the menu where it says editor. So that's the main menu of this. Like, there's no browser, internet browser or anything. It's not like you wouldn't use this as a computer. You want to connect it to a computer. It's essentially a Bluetooth keyboard that happens to have other features on it. So I'm just going to show you the editor because I just want to show a few features that I like, or I should say hotkeys. So I'm going to press the cursor routing button and activate the editor. Okay, so the menu here is you create file, open file, and editor settings, and there's a close button. So I'm going to create a file, just press enter on that. You can either press enter or a cursor routing button, it doesn't matter either way. So here we're in a simple document, and there's a braille edit box indicator on here. So I'm just going to type, hello, what's going on? Sorry, I just hit something funny. Alright, anyway. So I just typed that in standard QWERTY keyboard, but let's say I want to switch to Perkins Braille typing. You can do that on here, at least on the standalone mode. If you press F12, now on the display it says Braille keyboard, and so the home row keys have become Braille keys. So FDS is dots 1, 2, and 3, and J, K, and L are dots 4, 5, and 6. A is backspace, and semicolon is enter. So I'm just gonna type in Braille. I'm typing in Braille right now. Whatever. Okay. So I just wrote a bunch of random stuff on here, and now if I press like the letter C or something, nothing happens. You can't use the rest of the QWERTY keyboard. So I'm going to press F12 again so I can go back to the standard keyboard. Now let's say I want to see if I can, I don't know, open another file, but I don't know how to do that, and I really don't feel like going to the user guide. There is a context menu on here that gives you all the different commands. So to do that, to activate that, all you got to do is press Control M. Easy to remember, M for menu. So now there are different sub-menus, I guess. There's a file menu, there's an edit menu, and there's a bookmark menu. And even if you want to go to the bookmarks menu, it says here, Alt plus M. And you can close it from here too. So for example, file menu, I just activated that. Create file, open a file, and that's about it. And it shows you the commands, the shortcut commands to do so. Okay, so I really want to get out of this. Don't care, don't want to save it. I'm going to just press escape. Save open file, it says. I'm going to just press N for no and hit enter. Okay, I'm going to go back to the main menu, so I'm just going to press home. Okay, we're back to the main menu, so I'm going to show you a couple more tricks or hotkeys. Now, one that I couldn't really find in the user guide, maybe I wasn't looking enough, but I guessed it and I guessed correctly, is how to find the battery percentage. And to do that, you press Control-Alt-P, P as in power or P as in percent. And it's 100%. That's pretty great. And if you want to check the time, it's Control-Alt-T. And the nice thing is there is a right Alt key and a right Control key, so you don't have to cross your hands. And it's 11:04. Kind of a night owl. 11:04 p.m. Alright, anyway. That is how you check the time. So, let's see. Date and time, that's something pretty handy. Now, if you want to go in here, it shows you the time, and it even counts away the seconds. So if you like to watch the clock, you can on here. Now, let's say when I first got this, it was like 5 hours ahead. When it was 3 o'clock, it said it was 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I need to change something about this. So I pressed Control M, and the menu came up. Change time, change date, daylight savings is turned off, and you can change the time format and date format. So when you're on standalone mode, when in doubt, Control plus M. And I just pressed escape to get out of that, and going home to the main menu. Alright, so that was just a little video on, or preliminary video on standalone mode. And after this, I'm gonna go over the terminal, because in my opinion that's more exciting. You get to actually connect it to different devices. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!